That being said, before we get off into the videos, I want to once again give all praises to the Most High God for the opportunity. Giving all praise to the Most High God for all my brothers, man, all my family. I understand we just lost a sister. One of our sisters in Watson that's been a sister in the struggle for a long time, man. Sending condolences to her family. She over from that Jordan Down side. I'm not saying names yet because I haven't confirmed completely yet. But my big sister, and if it's what I'm hearing is true, you'll hear it on the next show. And I like to confirm things, talk to my people before I start talking and running my mouth. This is what I'm hearing, and we're gonna see what's up. But yo, man, that being said, man, we're gonna get off into the show. Today's show, man, we're gonna get off into this whole, gang intervention thing. So we ain't gonna do too much talking, man. Let's get over there and check that out. Check that out right in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Once again, giving shouts out to all my brothers out there putting in that work. Shouts out to my big brother Dawu. I see him in the house. My boy Bobby Yay in the house. Big Zodown is in the house. What's up, Zodown? Pleased to have y'all brothers in here, man. Y'all the perfect brothers for this show, man.
And that community.
You guys are perfect for this show. Let's get off into it, man. Boom.
Violence interventionists will be working to de-escalate some of the concerns they have in
community crime interventionists will be helping to try to quell these issues that are going on in the streets. That's not how I went my time, man. Intervention was more about prevention. They flipped intervention into snitching, and that's why you don't have no real interventionists no more. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't want to sound like a messed up person, but yeah, something like that. All of y'all know it's true. Everybody that's in this room right now know it's true. The truth only hurts a devil. The truth only hurts a devil, man.
Police are trying to get a handle on a string.
Now, we know what's been going on in the hood. We all aware of the shootings, the bang, bang, and the pow, pow. I mean, it's been going down for a minute now. Everybody know what's going on, but they keep on wanting to talk about gang intervention. The gang interventions in LA is ineffective on purpose. I don't mean to sound like that, man, but hey, something I come to understand doing my research over the time. Shouts out to my boy Randy, man, who lost his son, man, and this violence that's been going on lately, right there on Main and Century. That was his son right there. But yo, man, something I got to say about this something I've learned dealing with these politicians and these politicers all up and around and in these meeting rooms and then community meeting rooms and things, man. Something I've come to understand, is that, man, it's a whole lot of money and things being fucked up. And I'm just keeping it 400. It's a lot of money in it, especially in LA. Especially in LA, man. Tremendous amounts of dollars, man, getting put down, man. We got over 800 and something nonprofit organizations operating just out of Watts. Even that they're there to help with the problem. But Watts has the highest unemployment rate and the highest homeless rate in LA County right now as we speak. Oh, man, this stuff is on purpose, man. If you watch the movie Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy, man, he played the congressman, and he's sitting there with the lobbyist, and the lobbyist asking him where is he going to vote on certain things. Eddie Murphy is a congressman. He was a congressman and conned his way into Congress. What the joke of the movie was, he didn't know nothing about where he should vote and why. So he was letting the lobbyist decide for him. And a lot of it don't make no difference to me. If you win them, I got money from so and so and so and so. Yeah, guess them I got money from blah 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 blah. And you know what I'm saying? Murphy, well, you pick. He said, say you're for. He said, Terry, with all this money coming in from both sides, how does anything ever get done? He said, it doesn't, son. That's the beauty of the The beauty of the LA system, the beauty of all the systems, period, end of story, in the United States. That's the beauty of the systems. Nothing gets done, ever. But I gotta give it to my boy. I gotta give props to my man, Charleston. Shouts out to Charleston White on this one. He's like a broke clock. He's right every once in a while. He's not always right. I don't agree with everything the brothers say. Definitely don't agree with everything the brothers say. And shouts out to Anton. I don't agree with everything Anton say, but me and both these cats, there's some things I support that they say. Some things, right? You feel me? But this particular conversation, for these to be two dudes that's not from LA, I'm from Cali, dude. I'm from LA. I know exactly how the nonprofit and stuff work out there. Been part of gang intervention since I was probably, 12, 13 somewhere? You understand? So I've been watching it this whole time, dude. And man, like I said, these cats ain't from LA, but watch how they finna break down what they see as far as it go for this intervention thing. Check it out.
Yeah, it's a breakout of gang violence out in Los Angeles.
Trump?
Yeah, it is.
Trump?
Like literally, it's been 10 shootings over the last 3 days or something like that over in Los Angeles, over on Figueroa and all of that. And they literally had tents over the bodies so that they can try to, I guess, investigate. And you know what's so funny about it? Check this out. So they had the police chief and they had Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, on TV. And they said, so what are you going to do? And she said, we're going to try to deploy more community prevention activists to try to stop this thing from turning
this
out.
is my field of expertise. So
Now listen to the broke clock, man. Real talk. Listen to him right here. He ain't even from LA, but watch it. Listen to his breakdown.
I moved to LA. And nigga, I came out there, nigga. I brought all my programs. I had a street life cycle. I had an anti-gang cognitive intervention. I had a self-awareness program for the kids. It's just the moderate kids. So nigga, this what I found out. Nigga, this is Nipsey Hussle would go stop their money, so they had to let it get him killed. This is why they took me out to school. This is why Tracy Carter, the VIP program, done got over probably at least a good 4-5 million, homie. So
Real talk. Whole time LAPD was smiling in Nipsey face. They was investigating him the whole time. Had him on the investigation. Was trying to find something to charge him with. Devil.
poor people, that's a lot of money. Over 4 or 5 years, you get 4-5 million. So, nigga, I done watched Pastor Rodney McIntosh go from driving a beat-up truck to a new truck, get a new house. He get new contracts with it. So, homie, so let me just break this down for y'all. This is why they do not want to get rid of crime.
This is why they do not want to get rid of crime. Keep listening.
Clear my throat and sit up and talk straight so y'all really hear me out. All of the money that 501c3 gets, your police department gets, your Boys and Girls Club, there's a funding, there's a budget that every state, every city, every federal government got. It's called public safety. Now, California's police department have $1 billion budget. Them had always been billion. When I was there, I think they had like 400, almost $500 million. That's what I was. It's like, God damn it. That's what made me say, man, let me go try to get some of that money. Mm-hmm. So they got $1 billion budget.
That is a ridiculous amount of money for a law enforcement agency to have. Ridiculous. They got the biggest one in the entire United States, though. LAPD is the most funded police department in the United States, from what I understand.
That's damn near military's budget. How they can't control crime. That's why they got all these guys.
Oh, he just made a hell of a point.
Gangbanging, nigga, with these programs that's still promoting gangbanging and still doing shooting, that's getting paid like Big U was doing.
Oh, damn. You dumb son of a... He done dropped the name. Come on, man. You gotta talk about Big U. No, he gonna talk about Big U. They gonna use, everybody gonna use Big U and have been using Big U as a reason to slash and cut programs. The programs in the hood done got cut. The ambassador program, from what I understand, that took a hit. You understand? Even though we just had all this up, what's a good word to use? Surge. That's what I'm looking for. We just had a surge in gang violence, and they cutting a bunch of the intervention programs.
That's why they had to snatch his ass up, because he was taking the money, funding it to the game. Nipsey was going to do it. All of them do it in the name of 501c3 community.
Now I see it. Over 800 501c3 nonprofits, but highest unemployment. Hey, man, he's not lying. 501c3s is out here. It's millions of them, and they not about shit. I'm not going to say no names, man, but Watts got some fucked up ones. You understand what I'm saying? Shouts out to Sisters of Watts and other organizations like them that's out there really doing the work, man. Really, you can see they got a track record of their work. You got a whole lot of people that just, man, they like I said, poverty pimps. They there to suck the blood, man.
Community outreach, youth help work programs, what the mayor said. So let me break this down for you. Stop right there. If you want some help and you want some money and you need funding, look to your local police department. All your funding is over there.
Oh, my mama. All that funding that Housing Authority gave CSP, it's organizations that's grassroots in the hood. That money should have went to them. It should have went to the communities, man. They gave it to the LAPD and granted to see it through their CSP programs, Community Safety Partnership. But there's no partnership, just harassment, aggression. Out there giving out trespassing tickets for dudes being in the projects. You understand? But on the real, like he said, that's where you're funding at.
They like the NFL. They got the contract money. You know why? Your federal government give them all the money. That's why Trump said, if y'all don't do this, I ain't giving y'all no money. All the courts. It falls under the umbrella of public safety. So that's your courts, your police department. That's under public safety. Crime prevention, crime intervention. So the police got $1 billion budget. $600 million belong to the police department. That's a lot of goddamn money.
That is a lot of money.
We ain't really fighting crime. We sitting over here. We sitting in the car. They call us. We come respond. We're not fighting.
Real talk. Most of that money get used to just basically patrol black neighborhoods. You use on gas to make sure that there's a high police presence in black communities, man. Understand? You're keeping these young people on a diet of hatred. They don't real talk. With that kind of money, what are they doing? Where do you see anything getting done? They don't even have football teams. The police and the sheriff department don't sponsor football like they used to back in the 80s and shit. You understand? And what are you doing with all that money?
Fighting crime. We're reacting to it. We're not being proactive. So we really.
Oh, he said we're reacting to crime. We're not fighting crime. We're reacting. We're not being proactive. Listen to this.
$600 million belong to the police department. That's a lot of goddamn money.
That is a lot of money.
We ain't really fighting crime. We sitting over here. We sitting in the car. They call us. We come respond. We're not fighting crime. We're reacting to it. We're not being proactive. So we really letting it create. But we all getting paid. We can't run over the overtime money because whoever the captain is sitting on the budget. You know why? Because the captain want to buy us all new police vehicles. We want them new motherfucking drones up there. We want this new military shit that y'all trying to sell to Russia that we gonna start using just in case for the future. So niggas, they stocking up with the police.
Real talk. Most local law enforcement have military surplus vehicles and equipment that they've quietly bought. Most throughout the country. So if you don't think LACD with their tremendous budget, if you don't think they ain't invested in buying that same equipment, militarizing, come on, you better know it. That's not for patrol. That's not for making no communities better though. That's for oppressing the people in case the people try to stand up against a tyrannical government. That's to protect the establishment, not to protect the people.
They got $1 billion. They probably only spending 300, 400 million, homie.
That's a year.
That's a year. But they got this $1 billion for maybe 2 years. The money don't go back.
Yeah.
Most of this money is funded by the taxpayers too.
Yep.
Right? So y'all paying for this. So you got the Boys and Girls Club. They might get $2 million. You got another 50 to 20 million that's going to these so-called community programs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, homie,
It
to be
is.
helping
It is.
and ain't solving nothing. Why would you try to solve something? This is coming quarterly, annually, every other year, every year, long as
Why would you try to solve something? That's why cats like me and other dudes that had programming that really was going to change the dynamic, we got assassinated politically. Everybody who was supposed to have been supporting us was all working together against us. And that's happening where I come from right now today. Go to Watts, go to Compton, trying to put some programming down to try to help the community, try to help the kids, try to change the dynamic, try to change the way that things are going according to the way the system says it goes. The fleas come with the dog. That's what the man said. That's what the politician dude said. Yo, I'm sorry, son. Sorry that you gotta that to hear it this way. That it's so much more complicated than what you think. But the fleas come with the dog. No, man, it ain't that complicated. Y'all keep it complicated, because if not, things will start to get done and people won't need you like they need you right now. It's job security, baby.
you stay in compliance.
Yep.
Now, every now and then we go peek in the audit. So you got 300 million going to the police department. You got another 50 million going to the community program. You probably got another 100 million going to parks and recreation. That's why all the gang banging niggas at the park. All of this is tied together. You got your swimming pool. Homie, all of this falls under your public safety umbrella.
This dude is not from LA. He's giving a good breakdown on how it really works. Real talk. I don't think it's much different than anywhere else. He from Dallas or whatever. Probably the exact same thing where he come from. Because you got to deal with the same element, the same urban issue as they would. Some people would say that's the politically correct term to use. But yeah, he's giving you a good breakdown on all this money that's getting spent to help to so-called deal with a problem. Nah, man. The money never goes to where it's supposed to actually deal with the problem. The money go to all these organizations he's saying, Boys and Girls Club, Park and Rec, all them, they not gang intervention. The real gang interventionists that know that have proven to be effective with bringing about peace and ceasefires and truces. These dudes all still are alive right now. A lot of them still alive right now, and ain't nobody trying to give them no resources to get them out there doing no gang intervention, because they are actually effective. Nah, they don't want effective. Effective will fuck with that budget. You hear that budget he talking about? Man, in 92 when that truce hit and the violence in LA went down to almost nothing, man, that couldn't stay that way. LAPD would have lost money. Don't be no fool, man. It's always more than meets the eye.
DPS get some of it? Because most of our crimes, most of our communities are what? Crime ridden, drug ridden. So all of our funding is coming through public safety for gang intervention, crime prevention, crime intervention, because we just don't want to prevent. We need you, community, social organizations, to help us enter crime intervention.
This
so
shit
the
is
crime
a racket,
intervention,
bro.
So not only that, so then
It's a racket. Your boy Anton just shot it at it. That's exactly what it is. They throwing money in the direction where they know the situation will never get dealt with. They could put money in the other direction and they will actually get a return on their investment. They're not doing that. No. They're trying to fix this shit. They need the prisoner pipeline. They need the crime. They need all of that going on. They want these young people. That's why the banging is promoted in all these rappers and everything, man. All these movies and whatever. The piece ain't promoted. You know what I'm saying? They show you clips of the piece, the truce and stuff. They show you a piece of that, a clip of that. But the other side, the wicked and the ignorant side, man, they'll push that on you all day. That's like they'll keep bringing up Martin Luther King to you, but they try to suppress Huey P. and Malcolm and all of them. They don't want to talk about them. They want to talk about, Nat Turners and none of that too much, but they're talking about Muhammad Ali. They're talking about Martin Luther King all day. Because he was telling us not to bust you in your motherfucking head when you bust us in ours, right? Y'all like him. He's a safe Negro, and y'all still blew his brains out. Fuck out of here with that weak shit, dog. But on some real shit, this is real talk. This is why the problem's not going nowhere. With all this money coming in, how is there, like he said, with all this money coming in, how is there a problem?
And you got the funding coming to the schools for the after-school program.
Yeah.
Your Title IV school funded, that some of your public safety money is going to go because we got problems after school that commit crimes. You got Planned Parenthood. You got all these five. That's why everybody saying, man, I'm going to give me a nonprofit.
Yeah.
To come eat out this pot over here, homie. So California, just think about what that lady just said. We're going to put more because they can't justify all this money they're getting.
Yeah.
So they need to make these, they need to create SWAT to go do this. They need to create situations where they have to send SWAT out to justify spending this money because it's just.
Here it is. He was just on the news talking about how they're going to put more money into intervention, but y'all cut the ambassador program. Y'all going to chop them brothers and take them brothers' jobs away when they're needed more now than ever. Like I said, we just had a surge in gangs, and don't get me wrong, Watts is not particularly directly affected by that, but we're all affected whenever this many shootings go down, period, as a people. You understand? So anything that could be put in place to see to it our babies are safe and our community stays safe needs to stay. That intervention, no intervention should be going nowhere right now. Any intervention that's being done shouldn't be going nowhere. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it I don't agree with. I don't think it's needed and it's not helping nothing. But some of these programs, like the ambassador program, as far as it go for Watts, that's a good program, and it shouldn't be getting cut. But she just was on the news talking about they're going to put more interventions out there. You just heard my man talking about they'll put more into the intervention. They're not going to put more intervention. You got a million organizations out there. How y'all going to know which one to work with? Y'all going to work with the same ones? Look at the streets. Look at the streets. Look at the condition of the streets. I ain't trying to knock nobody's steak off nobody's plate. I'm just saying, man, if I was getting that kind of budget, should have been getting done, bro. It'd be really getting done. It wouldn't be no, I got a big ass,
It's sitting there, homie. You know why? For the most part, black people don't know how to go use it. So guess what they saying? Hey, listen, we've been having $200 million for the hand, come get it. But you don't know the people downtown to go apply for it. You don't know the grant language. You don't know grant writers. So guess what they do? Hey, we can send some of this money over here. The judge will create a program, a new diversion program for the court. We'll put some of this money over here. Man, how much shit, man? So
It's just literally a racket.
But if you solve the problem, now we got to reallocate this money. These jobs is taken away.
So they don't really want to solve the problem.
Homie, nigga, you talking bureaucracy.
That's
so
crazy,
what we're
bro.
talking now is bureaucracy. Associated with 501c3s in the middle of the problem. Between bureaucracies, your people that's working at the food stamp office, a nigga in the motherfucker in the middle of solving the problem, because the people that's trying to solve the problem get to talk to the people that's giving them the money.
Yeah.
That's why only certain people get invited downtown.
You motherfucking right. Only certain people get to come to certain meetings. These other organizations, like I said, the ones that they know would be effective, they somehow bar us and block us from everything, dog. On record. This is real talk.
It's only certain people have certain access. You only know certain people that go talk to this person to apply for this grant that's coming out.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
It ain't just what you know, it's who you know. On record, especially when it comes to this type of this work right here. A lot of backdoor deals. Not too many front door deals, whole lot of backdoor deals. There's be a lot of kickbacks and shit. Motherfuckers be done made arrangements, especially man, LA corrupt as hell with this, with like he said, the bureaucracy and the 501c3s corrupt as hell. These politicians will see to it certain nonprofits get certain grants because those nonprofits are going to see to it that they such and such foundation gets a donation from them. And they recycle the money, nothing gets done. Meanwhile, the people don't get the services. It's a sick, corrupt, hypocritical system, bro. On record. And the thing about it is people try to say, well, the system's broken. Man, like my sister, Dr. Joyce DeGeary said, this system ain't broken. It's doing exactly what it's fucking supposed to. On me.
So
That's
nigga,
insane.
once I learned all that, homie, I said, nigga, I don't need the 501c3. I need to figure out how to create some money. So I started selling barbecue. I started selling fake ecstasy pills that had caffeine in it, that had them niggas jittery.
This nigga
Y'all
crazy.
pressing up fake ecstasy pill. And the police let us sell weed, nigga. I made an agreement with our local police department through Deputy Chief Dean that we wouldn't have no hard drugs down there, homie. So he let us sell weed. And the police never came to the classy lady and bothered us.
Man, that's some shit.
This shit is a racket, bro.
Yeah, he
This
gave
is
me
100% a
man,
racket.
Deputy
man.
Chief Dean gave me a direct homie. He said, "Go tell Pops." He said, "Tell the old man that we don't want to hear that he can't control it." Cause he knew them niggas was selling heroin and all that shit around the building, homie. So when I went down there and started bringing them kids around, nigga, all the niggas that was selling, the nigga Bubba who was selling heroin next door, nigga, I made all them niggas move around. That's why them started saying I was the police. Because nigga Deputy Chief Dean had been on the force for like almost 30 years, and he retired now. Deputy Chief Krause, yeah, all of them fucking with me, homie. So he said, man, just tell the old man we don't want no hard drugs down there, homie.
Yeah.
So yeah, nah, nigga. So somebody got to go build a relationship with the police department, nigga, to have access to money. So guess what? If they don't like you, they pick their favorite pastor. They pick.
On my mama. If they don't like you, they're gonna go right to the church. Right to the church. They always got a pastor somewhere that they can go work a deal out with, and he gonna do exactly what he. Yeah, that's on record.
Pick their favorite pastor. They picked it. That's why anytime there's a police shooting, who you think they put out in front of your favorite pastor? He's the next one to get the funding.
Yeah, Brandon Johnson and the mayor of Chicago always talk about he working with the church. He working with the church.
They get that's money talk. That's slick money talk. Anytime you got the pastor with the city official, it's money talk.
Yeah, he was doing that during the migrant crisis too.
Money talk.
That's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Because our government, homie, it's so much funding involved in this. Homie, it's so much money.
Yeah.
Homie, so much tax write-off. Man, I was adopted by the Terrence Star Republican Women's Club. They give me my man. That's why, homie, they heart was broke when I went nigga. Nigga, when I started growing my dread, nigga, they heart was broke when I started saying all that wild stuff about why, homie, I fell from political grace, homie. It was I was ashamed at one point in time, but nigga, but my justification, nigga, I'm doing this for the nigga.
Yeah.
So that's what made me start pushing nigga, homie, because I had felt shame, nigga, like I fucked up, nigga. I should have stayed with white people, nigga. Yeah, I fucked up. I was thinking for a moment.
It worked out.
It did. Yeah, thanks to my nigga. But now, I had some white people. So that's why they put me in the mental hospital. They had to come see my nigga because I had went to such an extreme, and maybe I had went crazy, nigga. Cause nigga, I was bucking like nigga, I was ready to die. Nigga, that's why they had to, nigga. They had because they like, man, this is not the Charles, nigga. I had went from this character got me put in a mental asylum, homie.
Yeah.
Because they said, man, something happened. Because they thought I was on drugs. So the first thing they did was took my blood. So they said, man, this nigga ain't on drugs. So nigga, they had to tap into this brain, nigga, because the things that I was saying was too outlandish, and this was new to the internet. So nigga, I spent 10 days in a mental asylum, homie. So they said, well, it gotta be, man, a nigga homicidal or suicidal by his ideation. So that's what the medical records say: homicidal and suicidal by ideation in preparation with a marijuana psychosis. They couldn't find nothing wrong with me. Man, I'm just playing, man.
Yeah.
I'm mad, broke, and playing. I may be playing too far, but man, I ain't hurting nobody. What I'm saying, but my word was really hurting people.
Goddamn Charleston White, man. On some real stuff, though, the things he was saying about the gang intervention is real talk, man. Real talk. Like I said, as a young man that grew up in that world and being up under a lot of those original interventionists back in the 80s and 90s that, like I said, was able to show fruit from their work, man, all throughout Compton, Watts, Long Beach, Pomona, not Pomona, but Pasadena, Altadena, man. I met some good brothers, man. Some good brothers, dog. And I know that I seen their ability. Nobody got behind them like they get behind these other cats, man. You understand what I'm saying? They wasn't getting behind Nip. You know what I'm saying? The stuff Nip was talking about doing was the same kind of stuff I was talking about with the low-income housing and all that. They don't want people like us controlling low-income housing because we'll actually do what we're supposed to do with it and see to it people get the training and the education they need to no longer need subsidized housing. To start recycling and fixing the problem. Bringing a social solution to the problem. You understand? But the thing about it, man, is when all this nastiness is allowed to go on and continue, it's like my mother used to always say, when you dig a hole, dig two. It always end up showing up on the
And you right here at 5 o'clock.
It always end up showing on everybody else's porch too.
Neighbors in West LA on edge tonight after back-to-back shootings in the Sawtelle area, both of them ending on a deadly note. Fox 11's Nick Garcia joins us live from Sawtelle with the very latest there. Nick?
All right, Laura, good evening. The first shooting happened Friday, late Friday night, here near Bundy and Wilshire. Overnight, though, the more recent shooting happened just a few blocks from here. A man was shot and killed in an alleyway. Bullets pierced the peace of the quiet Sawtelle neighborhood in West LA early Sunday morning. LAPD confirming a man was shot several times in an alleyway near Missouri Avenue and Sawtelle Boulevard. He died at the scene. Less than 2 miles away off Wilshire Boulevard and Bundy Drive, this was the scene late Friday night. Police searching for clues after a shooting in the parking garage of this office building.
I couldn't pull in where we normally do.
Wilshire and Bundy? Hey man, this is that part of town of LA where you just don't hear of stuff like this happening, man.
There's caution tape around, so we had to go the back alleyway.
Elise Gashaw lives nearby. She says crime is not common around here.
Everyone
He said crime is not coming around there.
once in a while there'll be some sort of little kind of crimes, I guess, but nothing.
Shut up, Meg.
To this extent, I feel like.
She was shocked to learn a man was shot multiple times while he sat in his car. He also died at the scene.
That's kind of unsettling to hear that it was so close to my home.
LAPD has not released information about who they believe pulled the trigger in either shooting, but it does not appear to be the same suspect. Again, that's 2 gunmen on the loose, as you heard there. Pretty alarming for people who live in this neighborhood. LAPD is investigating both homicides. Anyone with information should give them a call. Live in Sawtelle, I'm Nick Garcia, Fox 11 News.
Well, Nick, as you pointed out, this area doesn't have much crime and people are quite shocked.
This area doesn't have much crime and people are quite shocked. West LA, Wilshire and Bundy? No, man, they don't get there too many shootings over there. But see, the thing about it is, like we were just talking about, all this money, all these dollars being put into public safety. That means public safety for them too. And if the bureaucracy is in place and the hypocrisy is in place, and these dollars is just getting tossed around back and getting stuck in different people's back pockets and shirt pockets and cleavage areas, and everybody's tucking all this money, and different people is tucking money in different cavities on different people instead of the money going to the problem and addressing the problem. You see it spilling over. You understand? Like my brother said, you dig a hole, dig two, and we could do it this way. We don't care about the shootings, because if the shootings and the violence starts to go down, it could affect our budget. The shootings and violence don't go down, and you know what? It's shooting and violence in your area too. Yeah, where your kids go to school and stuff. Your daughter come outside where she pay rent at and see somebody dead, shot dead in their car. How you feel about that, John or Philip?
By it. Do you see the community gathering together just to try to feel a greater sense of being safe in their neighborhood?
We talked to quite a few people who weren't sure exactly what happened. They saw all that caution tape, all that crime scene tape, certainly that heavy police presence, but weren't exactly sure what happened until we were talking to them. And they were just a little frightened and also wanting to let their neighbors know what happened as well.
All right, Nick Garcia, thank you so much for that live report.
Yeah, man. So this is what's going on, right? Is this what's going on? Yeah, man. The show is called What's Going On, so we talk about what's going on. And this is what's going on, man. Millions and millions of dollars. LAPD got the same budget as the military branch would have. That is crazy. Y'all don't understand how crazy that is, man. Hey, man, but I guess it is what it is. Hey, yo. We got together and did what we had to do for our people without a budget, man. and we had success. Imagine if we had had the resources we needed. Imagine if we would have real resources behind us, you understand? These black billionaires, these rap artists and everything, if they was really allowed to take their money and use it to try to help their people. You know what I'm saying? We would have had some supermarkets, some clinics, some schools. That's what we need, infrastructure. Something that'll absolutely change, that'll have transgenerational change effects. Babies and babies and babies are beginning remodeled. Totally different kids would have been coming out of that than what we were had that been done. You know, all these institutions that were similar to that the Panthers had put up, and other organizations like that, black nationalist or black socialist organizations had these different little programs put together. There was programs out there, man, and one of those programs were like destroyed by the federal government. And then what was the issue? The turnout was what mattered. We had young ghetto children going through these programs and coming out having a different type of love for self and for their community. What's wrong with that? I'm telling you, man, this place wicked as hell, man. Babylon. Oh, virgin daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. That is this one united snakes of amnesia, dog. On what's wrecking. I don't care what nobody say. Stop being devils, I'll stop calling y'all devils. You stop being devils, I'll stop calling y'all devils. Until then, you're the goddamn devil the Bible speak of on record. That's my thoughts. Hey man, I love y'all to death, love y'all to life, man. Giving all praise to the Most High God for the opportunity. Thank you for coming and hanging out with your boy Bam Bam Belly Young. Want to watch 3 favorite sons represent Eastside ours because the Eastside is ours. Keep staying 10 foes down on them 10-fold grounds, man. Giving out love to all of my loved ones and ones, man, that's out there putting in the work, that's doing their part, man, to try to make the world that they can live their babies in a little better, man. You gotta leave your kids here, man. Man, we together ourselves together. We a nation not desired, man. That's just keeping it 400. We together ourselves together, and I know a lot of that momentum and all of that energy that was once there is depleted. We've lost so many good brothers, man. Peace be upon my brother Twilight. Peace be upon my brother, my teacher T. Rogers. Peace be upon my brother, my teacher Jim Brown, man. We lost a lot of good brothers, man. Peace be upon my brother Stone, man. We lost a lot of good brothers, man. And a lot of other brothers done caught that penitentiary time. A lot of other brothers just say, you know what, man, we can't go on without our original group. They run that counterintelligence on us over and over again, man, on record. Hey, man, but love y'all to death, love y'all to life, man. Giving all praise to the Most High God for y'all life, man. Living to die, we die to live again. 360 degrees, comprehend. To be here in the kingdom, I'm gonna see you again, man. Till then, God select me, He protects me. God make the path so the world respects me. Jacob to 12, our grandest creator. I pray for them, both sides of the equator. By Yahweh, when will they learn that they love for Babylon? Don't have to burn. My people, man. This is for the ones waiting for the milk and jar for the rest. It ain't for everybody. I'm giving all praise to the Most High God for your life, man. Shalom Barakatah. Until next time, man. Y'all